Kevin, you're okay. It's just the doorbell.
Ever since Kevin came into our lives, the house has somehow felt softer, calmer, and happier. People always laugh when they see him for the first time because he honestly doesn't look like a normal Chihuahua at all. The easiest way I can describe him is this. Imagine a fluffy football with tiny drumstick legs trying to walk across the living room. That's exactly what Kevin looks like. When my husband first suggested the name Kevin, I laughed because it sounded way too serious for such a goofy little dog. But after a few days, it fit him perfectly. He carries himself with this strange confidence, like he truly believes he's much bigger and more important than he actually is. Even though he's supposed to be a purebred Chihuahua, there are moments when I look at him and wonder if there was secretly a pug somewhere in his family tree. His body is chunky, his face is full of dramatic expressions, and when he runs, he sort of waddles from side to side instead of moving gracefully. Kevin also has a dog sister who is about a year older than him. Their personalities are completely different. She's calm, patient, and unbelievably sweet, while Kevin acts like a spoiled little prince most of the time. Somehow, she puts up with absolutely everything he does. He steals her favorite sleeping spots, climbs on top of her whenever he wants attention, takes her toys, and still expects her to share every blanket in the house with him. And somehow, she never seems upset about it. Honestly, watching the two of them together is one of my favorite parts of every day. Animals have such pure relationships with each other. There's no pretending, no complicated emotions, just comfort and trust. Kevin is also incredibly lazy. If you had the choice, I honestly think he would spend most of his life wrapped in blankets while someone carried him around like royalty. And truthfully, I usually do exactly that. He absolutely loves being held like a baby against my chest, completely relaxed with his tiny paws hanging in the air. Being able to work from home has genuinely made my bond with him even stronger. He follows me everywhere throughout the day. Even if I move from the couch to my desk, he follows behind me. If I walk into the kitchen, he slowly waddles after me just to keep an eye on what I'm doing. There's something incredibly comforting about never feeling truly alone because your dog is always beside you. Some days he sleeps near my feet while I work, and other days he insists on sitting directly in my lap like he's still small enough to fit there comfortably. We do our best to keep him active. We encourage him to play, throw toys for him, and try to get him moving around the house more often. The funny thing is that Kevin gets genuinely excited at first. For about a minute, he suddenly becomes full of energy, chasing toys like a professional athlete. But the excitement disappears almost immediately afterward. After 1 or 2 runs, he dramatically collapses onto the floor or the nearest pillow like he's completely exhausted. even though he's lazy, he definitely has a strong personality. Kevin always makes sure everyone knows when he wants something. If he's hungry, he stares at you intensely until you notice him. If he wants attention, he makes dramatic little noises until someone picks him up. And if he thinks dinner is even a few minutes late, he acts personally offended. He can be stubborn, demanding, and dramatic all at the same time. One of the funniest things about him is his fear of wooden floors. For the longest time, we thought maybe his nails were bothering him or he was slipping too much. We even asked the groomer about it. But no matter what we tried, Kevin still refuses to comfortably walk across wooden floors. Our vet has also been helping us manage his weight because our little boy loves food a little too much. Since last year, we've changed his food several times and tried different diets, healthier treats, and better feeding routines. Honestly, the biggest challenge seems to be his activity level. Everyone in the family absolutely adores him, especially my husband and the kids. But they all know Kevin is attached to me more than anyone else. He's my shadow, my tiny emotional support animal, my little best friend. Sometimes I sit there holding him while he sleeps, and I suddenly get emotional thinking about how deeply animals become part of our hearts. They don't care what kind of day you had, how tired you are, or what mistakes you've made. And honestly, I try not to think too much about the day he won't be here anymore, because even the thought hurts. The house would feel so quiet without his tiny footsteps, his dramatic attitude, and his warm little body curled up beside me every evening. For now, I treasure everything about him. Every lazy afternoon, every silly habit, every dramatic look he gives me for extra treats. Because no matter how funny and stubborn he is, Kevin has become one of the biggest pieces of my heart. And I know I'll never love another dog in quite the same way.